what do you think is perhaps the most important question they can ask themselves?
Well, I'd say there's two levels to that. It's one question is working with a coach in general, and then the other one is working with me specifically. And working in general, the question I would ask specifically in the context of speaking is, when I'm up there, are people looking at me, or are they looking at their phones and checking out? And are people coming up to me afterwards and wanting to go deeper? And when they express interest at the end and wanting to go deeper, do they actually go deeper?
And I think that's what a speaker is really shooting for.
Right. I mean, obviously there are different. I mean, if someone's a TED speaker, they're more likely just to be presenting. They're actually asked just to present the idea and not try to do any sort of conversion at the end. That's
Sure.
very much not what the TED culture is about. But let's put that aside. If you're speaking at a conference, you are probably looking for leads, or you are looking to sell your books or what have you. And so are you selling out your books? Are people watching you when you're speaking, or are they tuning out? Are they on their phones? Are they just politely clapping at the end? Or is there that greatness, that swell of, oh my God, that was amazing at the end? And so if you don't have those things, then that's the point where it'd be worth it, at the very least, to get some sort of course, or possibly even one-on-one or group training support around it. Around me specifically, again, to come back to the whole thing, if you are struggling to persuade people of an idea that is going against the grain a bit, or even a lot, around how people typically solve a problem, that's when you really want to look at my process specifically, because it's very much driven. I'm not going to tell you to come up with an acronym for your 45-minute keynote and then teach them each of the 7 steps of your acronym. It's going to be, here's the idea, and here's how to persuade them of the value of that idea by the end of your speaking, so that they can then send them your acronym through your book or through a 5-day immersion course or whatever it is. But the stage is more like the introduction of a book, and then your stuff is more like the meat of the book itself.